as I reflect on his life, I then concur that insurance is important. And so it's good for us to practice, good stewardship. And I think, Daniel, that this is a part of being a good steward. You're trying to leave your family in a better position than you found them.
Subscribe, like, share, and comment, yo. Yeah, let me tell you now, we are the ROBDONS, bringing you blogs from the positivity in you. Check in with us. We'll bring you fun, education, family, marriage clips, yeah. Stay tuned for the challenges, fame moves and travel. We got your back. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Mr. God got you, yeah. We are the ROBDONS, yo. Like, share, and comment, yeah. We are the ROBDONS, Mr. Link the link, yo. ROBDONS, we are the ROBDONS.
Welcome, dreamers. Thanks for checking into the positivity in where everything is copacetic because God is in it. If you are new here, welcome by checking in on this video. You have automatically been given the silver package, but please do upgrade to gold by subscribing to this channel. Or go all the way up top to platinum by not only subscribing but liking this video. Check in with a comment below and share the content. We're not deleting it, and share the content with your friends. We are your hosts, the ROBDONS. To all our returning dreamers, big up on yourself. Thank you so much for always coming back and giving your support. We are here at about 12 a.m. and decided that we're going to have a conversation with you guys. I really like having conversations with them, and I like when they talk back to it. Today we're going to talk about...
what we're going to talk about? Life insurance. So we're going to talk about life insurance, and personally, I just want to share my own view on life insurance. You can comment and share your views as well with us about life insurance. Alright, so like most young people, I think when I was growing up, I was very apprehensive when it comes onto insurance. Once with insurance, we just have a turn off. How about you?
Well, to be honest, my parents always spoke of the importance of having insurance, but based on other person's experience, you develop this feel of it being a robbery, that kind of vibe. But
the thing the motive, because I remember my mother had a life insurance, and I would see my mother trying to keep up with the policy, and sometimes depriving herself of essentials, because she was just bought into this idea that she needed to prepare for death. And I was just have the view say, if me dead, I don't want to bury me. Let me stay. But that's not a good way to think. In my more mature state, watch it here. In my more mature state, I have come to accept that life insurance is very important for a couple of reasons, which I want to share with you. But before, I want to share a nice story about a friend of mine. No, so he was a very successful young businessman. You call him entrepreneur? Yeah, if you're the businessman, you're entrepreneur too. And he had his life ahead of him, and he thought that he would have been around for a long time. He wasn't thinking that he was going to have any situation. When you're young, things always look like it up and running. So unfortunately, he learned he had cancer and died shortly after. But when I knew that insurance was very important, was that as soon as he was diagnosed, they were trying to get an insurance policy for him. And
they were expensive.
Not just expensive, was the fact that he already had cancer and they knew that he was going to die, that they were not open to giving him a policy. Because, you know, they were just thinking that this is poor investment. Remember, insurance companies are businesses and they're not trying to
pay out money.
Right? They're trying to get as much money from you for a lifetime, and the reality is that we don't know when we are going to pass off. So, yeah, because he was a businessman like you, John Daniel, he had a number of loans outstanding, which once he died, his fiancée, his wife at the time, would have, you know, taken on most of those. And one of the things that happened was the loss of his income at that particular time, which meant that the family would now not have that money to continue their normal life and to live like they wanted. Plus, burial, expensive. You know, burying someone costs a lot of money. And so he never had any of those money left behind, because obviously he was investing in his business and seeking to develop a successful business. I was not really planning for debtors at that particular time. So the long and short of it is the wife have to borrow money, pick up collection, get embarrassed to give him a nice send off for his funeral. But not only that, they lost income, they never had money, and then they had all these bills to actually pay. So as I reflect on his life, I then concur that insurance is important. And so it's good for us to practice you know, good stewardship. And I think, Daniel, that this is a part of being a good steward. You're trying to leave your family in a better position than you found them. You don't want to know that after you close your eyes, your children are now hungry, or your family, they're not able to afford food and water, know that you can't impact their lives. So it's very important that one consider insurance. So let me know what you guys think about this. Tell me what you think about insurance, right? So yeah, so that's my story. So now we're going to look at then what are some of the benefits of insurance and how insurance could have saved my friend. So Daniel, one, most insurance packages tend to pay out some money to your dependents, right? So think about it. If me did drop out tomorrow and me have one insurance, what you do with money?
God forbid.
Why you still need to do with money? What would you still need money for?
If somebody dead, you're gonna need to bury them.
Well, even before the burial, think about it. What are some things we have to pay now? We have
bills.
Exactly. We have rent. You have. Well, we live in a rent house. we have light. We have water.
Council tax.
Exactly.
TV license.
So all of these things would still need to be paid. So just because somebody dies doesn't mean the bills go on hold. So this is something that persons need to seriously think about. And you know, I think life insurance is a demonstration of love. What do you think? It shows that you really care about your loved ones beyond your time here on earth. Because if you only care about your loved one whilst you're on earth, I would think you're very selfish. And so you're only thinking about what you can get from out of life. It's almost like you're an opportunist, right? So I think that it is important that you demonstrate this love, not just in life, but, you know, also in death. So, yeah, so your families, just because you die, doesn't mean the water stop use, the rent bill stop coming, and the food bill and all of these things. So it would be nice if you're able to pay some insurance, of course, and leave behind some money that your family can continue to live peaceably for at least 6 months to a year. All right, very important. The other thing is, as Daniel just mentioned, is burial, right? And we all know that burial is going to be expensive, depending on where you live. So if you live in, like us in the UK, and you want a Bossy funeral back in Jamaica, you're going to have to pay money to move the body from here, so to Jamaica. You have to pay all that funeral home and all of that kind of thing. And then literally, you know, I have seen family that have been thrown into poverty because of people dying. Remember, you know, that there's no, you have no control over how many people die in that family over a short, quick period of time. It's not like you can say one person died now and you wait 10 years before the other person died. We have seen where the young lady that went to Jamaica the other day from my community, her mother died and she went on to bury the mom and then died the following day. So someone has to foot that cost, foot that bill, and that in itself can be absolutely expensive. So how do you combat that? Life insurance, of course, is a good way to actually do that. But Daniel, what about bills? Another thing that life insurance helps people to do is to consolidate them. You know, sometimes you are borrowing some loans and they ask for like guarantors or like somebody who is going to pay it back if you're unable to pay it. Not all loans die with the person, all right, who dies. So you're going to have to think about, because most times the person who you are signed up to be like a guarantor, the person who's going to pay in the absence, is someone you care about. That's either your spouse or your family member or your children, right? God forbid, and you pass off, now they have to take on that added loan, added bill, and they have to pay this money all by themselves. So, I suppose the long and short of what we're saying is that even in debt, life insurance is a way of demonstrating
it
love
gives it gives financial security and assurance to those persons who are left behind then in an event like that.
Yeah. So yeah, and right. So you know, and so even within marriages or whatever relationships we're in, we are called on to demonstrate love beyond death. All right, and life insurance is one of those sure ways that you can demonstrate love. So someone might be saying, Daniel, why we don't save the money? The reality is you might not be able to save the amount of money that you actually need that would cover your funeral and also be able to pay off your debt. That's why you have debt in the first place, and also to fund your family, especially if you're not wealthy. Now, life insurance is a policy that is available that helps to put you in a better financial situation that you can cater for your, what you call it now, needs, even after you're no longer here.
But one of the things that the insurance does is that rather than just focusing on the policy itself, you have some, you know, plans put in place where you can also save, and it incurs a greater interest.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, because some would allow you to have some investments you can be saving. Likewise, so those are there are lots of instruments out there that can be quite beneficial. Another one is some people include in their life insurance critical illnesses. So like the friend I was sharing about earlier, he ended up dying from cancer. It would have been good if he not only had life insurance but also had some critical illness as well. So that would help him to take care of his treatment. You know, whilst he's alive. Remember that just because you get sick doesn't mean you're going to die right away, you know, and doesn't mean that the pain will not be long and uncomfortable. So it's one of those things that we need to really think about as we go through life. So as we go through life. So yeah, man. So it's very important. You know, and I just even think about our mom now. We're grateful that she made those very positive provision for herself, you know, and that she could really, you know, alleviate some of the strain and stress that would have probably come had she not made those proper financial decisions in the end. So I think even in her passing, we are beginning to appreciate the times when I would say to her, Mom, we had with the insurance. Just load the insurance thing, no man. And she would be adamant that listen.
You always in problems about insurance, you always say, Nick, it is important, or you know, them look at something there.
Yeah, if she actually made me kind of buy back into it, and I mean, I didn't do it right away. I gave some thought to it, and I definitely took steps to make sure that I am covered, and because I really wouldn't want my children, you know what I mean, to be struggling up and struggle just because I'm no longer here. They never asked to be here, so I need to make that level of provision for them. And so even with Mom's passing now, we are seeing where this is absolutely necessary. You know, we can say that we are beneficiaries from her right decisions in terms of, you know, putting a policy in place that could cover all her funeral expenses, so to speak. So my encouragement to you who are listening here today is that we are going to die. I know it's an uncomfortable topic, and we probably can't do anything much to prevent death. All right, some of us will die sudden. Some will have some more time for people to wrap their minds around it. Some of us are going to live long, some are going to live short. All right, so death is guaranteed. All right, and so just as how you demonstrate love while you're alive to your spouse and to your children and to your loved ones, please consider them, you know, in death as well. Do your best to make sure that they will have a better start should this unfortunate reality take place. All right. So just as insurance is important still, do you have insurance? You know, do you have critical illness added to your package? Do you have investment added to your package? Let us know and sound out below and give us some added tips that persons can practice in the community to ensure that they can demonstrate love not only in life but in death. Peace.
If you have any questions, drop it in the comment section. We are not financial advisors, but we may be able to put you onto somebody who will be better able to assist you. Have for yourself a blessed tablet day. Say peace early, but have for yourself a blessed tablet day. Put God in your process, even as you think through the importance of insurance. Once he is in the process, guess what? Absolutely everything. Not some things, but absolutely everything will be copacetic. Peace.
We got your back. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Mr. God got you. Yeah. We are the ROBDONS. Yo, like, share, and comment. Yeah. Yeah. We are the ROBDONS. The ROBDONS. Mr. Link the link. Yo, ROBDONS.